Last week, Mo Salah lied to all of us. He said he thought Arsenal were the Premier League favorites this year, but now I'm calling cap, bro. In today's news, we look at what team Jose Mourinho could join next, rank the top 5 goals scored this weekend, and then compare Arsenal and Liverpool's summer transfer spends, which might actually surprise you. But first, we saw a lot happen this weekend. Luca Bacchio joined Benfica, Jamie Vardy moved to Italy, Nico Gonzalez agreed to join Atletico, Juve are replacing him with Zagrova, Adrian Rabiot is joining AC Milan, Crystal Palace are signing Uche, Yunus Musa is joining Atalanta, Stuttgart agreed a deal for El Canoes. Liverpool finally agreed a deal for Alexander Isak. Arsenal agreed a deal for Nkapie, and then Asensio is joining Fenerbahce. Unfortunately for him, though, Jose Mourinho won't be there like he might have expected because he was fired this weekend. That honestly excites me, though, because I think last year he said his next club would be one without UEFA competitions and one in the bottom half of the Premier League. That means if we're taking last season's tables, the teams would be Wolves, Manchester United actually, West Ham, Everton, Fulham, Brentford, Bournemouth, and Brighton. There's also Leeds, Sunderland, and Burnley who were just promoted. The team I'd honestly love to see him join, apart from United, that would just be, man, that would be absolute cinema. But yeah, the team that would be kind of cool would be Nottingham Forest. They have like a lot of quality there. I think they're actually interested in Ainge, which probably would be a better fit, but Jose Mourinho would be, I want to see him in the Premier League, bro. I feel like Wolves could also happen. They're bottom of the table currently, and they have that like Portuguese kind of history with all the transfers, players coming in. And speaking of managers, Arsenal fans are starting to turn on Mikel Arteta after this weekend's result. I mean, at least they didn't lose 3-0 like Inter Miami did in the final of the League's Cup last night, which was actually, that turned out to be crazy. After the match, Luis Suarez spit on the assistant coach of the Seattle Sounders, and players were like throwing hands. Anyways, as for Arsenal, they did not convince me that they are a Premier League favorite this year like Mo Salah said. I mean, I actually kind of agree with Peter Schmeichel. After the game, he said you need 2 teams to give a good game of football, and there was only one trying to play football, and that's Liverpool. He also said Arsenal will bring an ugly brand of football to our game. I can't lie, low-key, they are turning into like the Premier League version of Atletico, and then comparing their transfer spend to Liverpool's this summer, you'll see in a sec, but I feel like they should be in a better place than they are right now. First, though, we have the top 5 goals of the weekend, and one man absolutely dominated, bro. At number 5, I put Joao Neves' third goal. It was to make it a hat trick, and it came from outside the box, a great strike. At number 4 was another great strike from a center back, Mark Gahey. At number 3, I put Joao Neves' first bicycle kick. At number 2, I can't even believe I'm saying his second bicycle kick of the game, but yeah, that's where this one is going. It was nice, bro. One of the best hat tricks I've seen recently, and also it's exciting because I feel like if he adds goals to his game, he just goes to a whole nother level. At number 1, though, is Szoboszlai's free kick. I love a good free kick, especially one just hit with so much power. By the way, I always miss some, so let me know what I missed in the comments, but that goal won Liverpool the match, and now they've added Alexander Isak. Their total spend this summer is close to £430 million with him coming in. They also signed Florian Wirtz, Hugo Ekitike, Kirkes, Frimpong, Leone. There's also potential by the time this video comes out that they also signed Mark Gahey. The thing is, look at their total sales. £190 million. Luis Diaz was sold. Darwin Nunez was sold. Kwanzaa was sold. Ben Doak was sold. Kelleher, Alexander Arnold, Tyler Morton. Everyone's talking about £400 million, but their net spend was in the mid-200s. Arsenal, on the other hand, spent around £250 million. They brought in Kepa, Zubamendi, Norgard, Madueke, Mosquera, Gyökeres, Eberici Eze, and Nkapie might also come in on loan with an option to buy. What's different is their sales are far less. When you compare the two clubs, their net spends are almost identical. And what's kind of worrisome is Arsenal, bro, they have one of the lowest expected goals from open play this year in the Premier League so far. The only team with lower is Sunderland. That's crazy. Anyways, it's transfer deadline today. So much is about to happen, so tomorrow's episode is going to be lit.